Back, we're now going to go from polygons to parallelograms. And as you can see, a parallelogram is a specific polygon that has certain properties, and we're going to go over these properties in this video. We're going to have two videos on the properties of parallelograms with a couple of examples. So first you need to know a parallelogram has both pairs of opposite sides parallel. So as you can see, you have sides A and B parallel, and C and D are parallel. So you have to remember your properties of parallel lines and transversals. So if you have a parallelogram, you have these properties. One property says, basically, if you have a parallelogram, then opposite sides are congruent. The next property says if you have a parallelogram, so if you know you have a parallelogram, then same side interior angles are equal to 180. And I give you a list of them. So A to B is equal to 180, B to C 180, C to D equals 180, and D to A has to equal 180. Why? Because you have parallel lines and a transversal, and you have same side interior angles. And third, if you know you have a parallelogram, then opposite angles are going to be congruent. And there I give you the visual. If you want to pause and take notes, you can. Because we're going to go on and do an example problem. So here's the example. Here's our little lamp being powered by a sunflower. I want to know what is angle P. Angle P in the figure. I'm highlighting it in black. So this little symbol means parallelogram. So I know I have a parallelogram in green. And what we know is consecutive angles are equal to 180. Consecutive angles, same side interior angles, equal to 180. So this angle P and this angle S has to equal 180. Angle P plus angle S has to equal 180. Why? Same side interior. They're consecutive inside the parallelogram. We don't know P, so I'm going to just say keep it angle P. 64 equals 180. And angle P equals 180 minus 64 gives us 116 degrees. Same concept, but we're now going to look for angle R in the second question. So here's angle S. We're going to change it. It's no longer 64, it's 86. They want to know what is angle R. So angle R plus 86 has to equal 180. So angle R equals 180 minus 86 gives us 94 degrees. We'll do another example with sides. So I'm going to draw a parallelogram. So I'm going to call A, B, C, and D. So A, B, C, D is a parallelogram because I gave you the symbol. If I give you 8 plus 3, or x plus 3, sorry, and 2x minus 5, I would like to solve. So I have a parallelogram ABCD, so I know that opposite sides are congruent. So if opposite sides are congruent, set them equal to each other. X plus 3 equals 2x minus 5 minus x from both sides. So you have 3 equals x minus 5 and x equals 8 because you add 5 to both sides. So x equals 8. So again, opposite sides, set them equal to each other. Angles, depending on where they're located, are either going to be equal to 180 or congruent. Again, if this side is 15, this side is also 15 because opposite sides are congruent. Let's do one more. So again, you still have the parallelogram. If this angle is 85, this angle is 85 because it's a parallelogram. And if this is 85, you know D has to be equal to 180. So it's going to be 95, and this is 95, this is 95. So again, if you know one angle, you know all three angles in the parallelogram, and you know opposite sides are congruent. If you have any questions, email me, see me after school, before school, or lunchtime.